Sometimes when we're having hard conversations, or maybe not so hard conversations, we may notice that our partner starts to shut down. And this might look like less engagement in the conversation, looking away, maybe even the blank stare, lights are on but nobody's home. Maybe our partner starts to distract themselves while you're talking, phones or fidgets or whatever. We might also start to get a lot of affirmative statements in an attempt to end the conversation. So maybe it looks like discomfort. And it can also look like escalation, storming off. So, what is happening here? A few things. Most of them boil down to disconnection and overwhelm, but let's take a little look at what's going on maybe with the overwhelm. So, I want you to imagine that emotionally, mentally, people are a little like volcanoes. We have under the surface this kind of magma that is our experience. And most of the time, just lives under the surface. And we feel pretty okay. But sometimes things can happen in our lives over the course of the day or the course of our relationship that creates a little pressure. And the magma starts to ease up the cone of our volcano. And sometimes there are enough situations, enough experiences where the magma comes out. We have an eruption. But eruptions look different for different people. Not everybody is a violent erupter, just like not every volcano spews lava everywhere. Some shoot ash into the sky, some dribble lava down the sides, right? It's not explosive. And so we aren't either. So sometimes the thing we're noticing in our partner is kind of their emotional lava, right? They are overwhelmed emotionally, mentally by the things that are going on in life or the conversation or a combination of all of those. So some of the behaviors that we're witnessing are actually a way of protecting ourselves, or protecting the relationship, right? Ooh, my volcano is all over the place. Maybe I'm trying not to get my volcano on you, or maybe I don't know what to do with my volcano emotions. So the conversation or the situation has become too challenging emotionally, and your partner's kind of having a protective reaction to disengage. And checking out is this soft way of disengaging, okay, instead of the more explosive, I'm going to get out of here kind of way. So as the witness, you might feel a sense of withdrawal and distance. And we call this general behavior with the withdrawing, the distancing, the ahas, the blank stares, stonewalling. And it's a pattern of interaction that isn't helpful, but it shows up when we don't know how else to handle the conversation, when we don't know how else to handle the feelings that are showing up. Okay? It's a double whammy. Sometimes, so this is like the freeze component. Sometimes we can go into fight flight, which is the more animated, storming around, yelling, leaving. Could also look like big emotional response, crying. But in stonewalling, we're doing that freezing component. If you're in a conversation with your partner and you notice this withdrawal, you can help soothe your partner. That could mean that you gently suggest taking a break and coming back to the conversation later. It could also look like checking in with your partner. Hey, is everything okay? You look a little upset. Or, hey, I kind of lost you there. Is everything okay? Hear what they have to help. We hear what they have to say. Help them re-regulate. Kind of tamp down the volcano a little bit. This is an act of love and connection. You responding to your partner's overwhelm. It can be tempting to think about how your partner has stopped listening and how rude that is. And your mind might start in with unhelpful thoughts like, why do I have to help? And why can't they just listen? Those thoughts can be tempting and seem justified, but they won't help you be heard by your partner. Chances are good that the conversation will get a lot worse if you give voice to those thoughts. So take a moment If those thoughts are coming up, if that's what your mind is telling you, breathe, soothe yourself, feel the bottoms of your feet, check in with what's going on, and then soothe your partner. If this is a frequent pattern for the two of you, you might consider a couples workshop, or maybe doing a MBSR course, a mindfulness-based stress reduction course together to help learn how to notice and regulate your feelings. Take care of yourself and each other.